Cardinals.
Josh Rojas will pitch with his team down by 8 in the 9th inning. This is the 5th time he's been called upon to pitch a blowout game. Rojas is having some fun out there.
Yes.
Why not?
Bregman, not so much. Not going to get a Christmas card from the Bregman family this year, Mr. Rojas.
Tyler Tolbert at the plate. 2 down. Last of the 9th. 10-2 Cubs.
Popped up right field. Conforto makes the catch. Cubs win. Cubs win the game. Cubs win the series. 8th consecutive road series win.
A lot of the same. I mean, throwing a ton of strikes. Didn't have much luck with batted balls today. You know, some soft contact. The first inning, we didn't execute a couple plays that we normally would that, hurt in the first. It was 3 really soft hit balls there before the sac fly. And then, the 3rd inning, I think it was, with the couple soft hits to center. They put the ball in play with 2 strikes. Just had trouble finishing them off.
Chiefs.
All right. As far as the injuries go, Jeffrey Baza, one positive about these injuries is there's nothing that the guys aren't coming back from. So it's but we got a couple little nicks and bruises. Baza has a groin strain. Gelati still working on the hamstring. Trey, his hip was bothering him. Sent him to a specialist just to have it checked out. Precautionary. He's going to be okay. Legarius, just like we did when he was here before, we're managing his knee. We know the problem, and we managed through that. And then Drew, like last year, he gets low back tightness. There's some soreness, spasms there. So we're just calming him down. And then Xavier's making progress with the shoulder. Delane got good work today. Rasheed got good work today. So good work all the way around. We got a couple different situations we were able to work on, and I thought it was a very productive day. So,
still a decision a week away, but what will you factor in on whether or not you play Patrick in the preseason?
Yeah, listen, there's a pretty good chance I don't play him, and percentages are leading that way. And I don't know if I'll play him the 2nd or 3rd game. I don't know that. So, but percentages probably lean against doing that and letting the other guys. We got new people in those other positions and behind him that need some work. And so the more reps they get, the better.
I'm for whatever coach says, I'm like I said, I'm going to prepare to play. He hasn't told me anything, so I'll prepare to play and prepare to get myself ready. And we'll see where we go from there. And if not, I'll be as locked in as I am during the game, and try to get myself as ready to go for the game. So it's just a process of trying to make sure you're ready for the season, and whatever coach thinks best, I'll do.
Good morning, Kansas City. This is New Day with SSJ on Sports Radio 810 WHB. Thank you very much for joining us. It's Monday, August 10th, 2026.
8:10.
It's 8:10 day. What are we doing to celebrate?
We're going to have a radio show this morning.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
Talk about Royals, Chiefs. Little chippy fights, scuffles up at practice Saturday. You think the guys are just ready to see someone else sometime?
Kenneth Walker is a dog.
He just
canine.
Louie Gilman.
Threw football at Drew Tranquil when I was up at practice.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Bring that edge.
Bring
Seriously.
it. Yes.
I'm not kidding, man. I love that. That makes me like Kenneth Walker even more.
It's a game week, Stephen.
And look, there's a reason why some teams decide to have dual practices so their players can hit on other players from other teams and not get frustrated at beating the hell out of each other for several weeks. Andy Reid doesn't like doing that, will not do that. He enjoys having, one team, one practice, one camp, and he goes by the idea that iron sharpens iron, and you got these guys in here beating the hell out of each other. Yeah, man. After it's been a couple of weeks, as hot as it's been, the nasty weather will get you angry as well. You get out there and you see the same guy over and over again saying the same stupid things, and you get, a whole bunch of guys on the field like that. Not everyone's going to like each other.
Yeah.
Hell, when they get down to the final 53, not everyone's going to like each other, but you got to find a way to play together and coexist. But right now, they want to hit somebody else in a different uniform. And so, this is what happens.
Saturday. Rams. Your precious Rams are coming to town. Patrick Mahomes. Likely not playing. He's not playing. If Andy Reid says
he's not playing,
I'm leaning toward him not playing, he's not playing.
He's not playing.
Then he also mentioned, I'm not sure I'll play him in the second or third game either.
Did people think he was going to play in this game?
You'd ask the question. You don't know. No, I don't think people thought he was going to play.
I've always thought
a lot of players of his ilk don't play at all in the preseason, and Andy's always played them a little bit.
Gary Dieter has said he thinks he's going to play in the third game.
And we'll see.
So I'm going to stick with what Gary says.
Yeah.
You say he doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm going to stick with
It's not true.
Yeah, why would you say that, Todd?
I wouldn't say that, and I haven't said that.
There,
Did you go a little low?
Oh, buddy.
Turn the video on.
Low rider.
This guy went a little low.
There you go.
Whoever has this chair before me has it all the way to the ground.
I hate it.
I don't know how you could do that.
I hate it.
Seren keeps it low.
But that would. I mean, my back's already jacked up, but that hurts. Like that literally hurts when it's that low. It's almost like in a squat.
A bunch of midgets around here.
And so, me.
Nah.
But there's a.
Happy
I think
medium.
there's a too low.
Yeah.
Where it just puts too much stress on your lower back.
Yeah.
And I just felt that for a minute, and that was not comfortable. I couldn't do that for
Too low.
4 minutes, much less
Too low.
I got to go all the way
4
to
hours.
the top. My legs are too long.
See, I don't like them. I don't like it up at the top either. I like a little bit of there's a certain spot. And
Right in
this
the
is what
middle.
it is. I like
the
it.
sweet spot.
Yeah, I feel it. It feels good right now.
How's your back?
It's better than it has been for
There
sure.
we go. We're on the mend.
For sure. It's better than it has been.
Took it fairly easy this weekend.
But
You
see,
went up to
there's-
watch the goats. That was Saturday.
There's two things, like if it can be in pain or it can be locked up to where it's so stiff that I can't move around. And that's where I'm at more right now. Like I can't, it's like, I got no mobility. I'm just like kind of all locked up. So
probably not going to go out and play a round of golf.
No. And so but I can work through that. Like it was hurting up in St. Joe, but it's good. I'm glad thank you.
I want you to feel better. Did you relax yesterday?
No. I did go to St. Joe on Saturday and watch the St. Joseph Goats win Arena Mania 3, and so that was a lot of fun. And so congratulations to the St. Joseph Goats. Our friend Boo Smith, former Mizzou Tiger, had the touchdown that put it away. And I was tickled to see. I was down in one of the field suites, down at the other end of the field. Andy Reid was there, and so Andy came out and supported the Goats. I mean, that's the guy that loves football, and I thought it was kind of cool because you've got a guy that's won at the highest level and been, to the peak, to the mountaintop, watching all of these guys who their dream would be to play in the Super Bowl, be in the NFL,
Yeah.
And they are, let me tell you, I know a bunch of the players. They play the number one reasons because they love football.
Yeah.
And they don't want to give up on that dream. And I just thought, like, if you're one of those players out there that's, got a full-time job and you're working your ass off to make this team and you've got a chance, if you're going to play something, if you're going to do something, why not be the best at it? Why not win a championship? And this is their third year and they have a chance to win. and all of a sudden you find out, oh, by the way, one of the greatest football coaches of all time who's won 3 Super Bowls is going to watch you.
Pretty cool.
I would think that would be really cool. That would be really exciting if the best of the best is taking time to come out and watch you play for a title. And I know that everybody was excited. And I don't know how excited Andy was when they put a camera on him. They said, we have a special guest here tonight, Andy Reid. But everyone in the crowd at the arena gave him a standing ovation. And there were plenty of people that went over. And everyone that I saw got a picture with him. And he was very nice and very welcoming to people. And
you don't see Andy out a lot.
No, but also he was asked, I'm sure. But also that's a guy that, doggone it, I love football.
Yeah.
And went out there, and he's probably looking at that, thinking this is football at its purest form. A bunch of guys out there that are playing because they love it, but they're all playing for a trophy.
Yeah.
And for not a bunch of money, out there playing and getting beat up and you watch one of those games, and there was a couple fans that got carried off because they weren't paying attention, leaning up against the wall, and they got hit.
Oops.
A couple times, my daughter Selena was right up with me on the wall. And I told her, if you want to be up here,
you got to look.
Then we got to put the phone down. We got to look ahead. And there were a couple of times I got my arm in front of her, and I braced, just because there were a couple of times that we saw that the person didn't brace and they went flying.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of funny, but it's like, oh,
you get hurt.
Yeah,
yeah.
But Andy was there, so I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, they had a very intense practice on Saturday. We talked about a couple of little scraps there, and then they were off yesterday. So I think they were off Saturday night as well, because he was obviously out at this game. A lot of times, the meetings and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I think some of the guys actually got to come back to Kansas City maybe and get back up there on Sunday morning, probably for meetings and things. So they had their day off. They're back at it this week, 4 days of practice, nothing on Friday, and then they'll have the game on Saturday at 3 p.m. here in Kansas City. So then after that, there's just another little short week up there at camp, and then they'll be back down here practicing. It's kind of rolling along, man. We'll have a lot of football games this week. Had the Hall of Fame game last week. It really starts loading up. There's a bunch of games Thursday, Jake, to gamble on.
You bet.
Friday.
You bet.
Saturday.
More.
Football's
here.
Yeah. It's all here.
Won't be a weekend without football for a long time now.
Now we're going to be good to go. We made it.
Did we?
We made it.
Sure we did.
I don't feel like we made it quite yet.
Nah, we made it. We're here.
Give me the college football.
Dude, week 0 is going to be here before you know it. It's coming. It'll be here quick.
Look, I won't turn my nose up at preseason football when I need football that counts.
I mean, it's August, man, and we're not like August 1st.
Oh, I know it's August, buddy.
We're here.
This time is steamrolling me right now.
Senior,
I'm trying to slow her down.
You can't.
And I'm trying to slow this thing down.
It's a losing battle. Embrace it.
Yeah, well, I did not embrace it yesterday because, oh, man, I was wrong about when the parent meeting was for fall sports. And Susan and I had sat down because we needed mommy and daddy time away.
Mm-hmm.
Just me and her. It sounds weird that we got, our youngest kids. Well, we'll always be mommy, daddy. Mom and dad.
Yeah.
All right, you guys good? We're going. We got to go, get our minds right for this week. So we sat down and we, at one of our favorite little joints, and I got some salmon coming. I got some coconut rice coming. I got some gumbo coming. She's got some shrimp boil coming. We're this is good. This is a good Sunday afternoon. And my daughter calls me in a panic at it was 3:30. And she goes, "The meeting, it's today."
I
said, "What are you talking about?" And then it hit. I go, "Oh, the fall sports meeting."
You thought it was next week?
No, I knew it just
spaced it.
I whiffed.
Yeah.
It's on me.
What time's the meeting?
4.
Oh, you just sitting down to eat?
Food's coming. So It was about
zoom in.
16-minute drive to the school. So I said, Sue, enjoy the shrimp boil. I haven't wrapped my food up. So I drove to the meeting, and I'll tell you, I was hot. I talked to Selena all the way. I was mad at myself, and then she's 17. I said, you gotta be better.
You gotta help me
because St. Pius, your school that's your thing.
Yeah.
And yes, you're my daughter, but I have work
I have a lot of
stuff, and this is one of my things.
Yeah.
So you have to help me because I'm old, and clearly my mind is no longer a steel trap here. We let one slip. And so, but I'm very, 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 very protective of my Sundays.
Yeah.
That non-football.
It's your time.
And in my off days, and so I think I let it be known that I wasn't a fan of the parent meeting at Sunday at 4:00.
Did you tell them at the? I mean, it's a silly time for a meeting.
I don't, I mentioned to a few people. I think maybe my demeanor might have suggested that.
A little Monday night meeting.
Yeah.
How about off the weekend?
How about we leave Sundays alone?
Yeah.
And so I was hot-blooded.
So how was your food when you ate it 3 hours
went
later?
all the way back, picked her up. She had it wrapped up. She had a great meal. And
sitting there eating by herself?
I felt bad too, but what were you I had to hit in the heat of the moment.
Someone had to make a call.
I could still make it.
What are we doing?
And I didn't need to be there because
clock's ticking. We can call timeout. We got to go for it.
Regurgitation of everything I've heard, but I'm going to be there.
Got to be there
because I pledged I'm not going to miss nothing.
Yeah.
This is the last go around for everything, and so it was fine. But I would encourage anyone. Don't make parents go on a Monday or on a Sunday afternoon. Give them Sunday.
It's a weekend, man.
That's all. Sunday's important because guess what? My Sundays are going to be taken for a while.
We got football
coming up soon.
Saturdays will be took too.
That's right.
Tickled.
That's exactly right. But you know what? There'll be some days down the road where I wish I was going to a parents' meeting.
That's true. You got to go to them.
Well, that's why I was there.
Yeah.
I got all the handouts. I got all the picture forms. I got everything I need. I got all the
make sure you read them all.
Info's in my head.
No, that's not where you keep it.
And I took pictures and I sent it to everybody.
Yeah. Figure this out.
And then all of a sudden, Selena told some of her friends, "Yeah, my dad's got all the information." Oh, my parents weren't there. Can we have a picture of it? I don't know. I don't know.
Where were they?
Probably off having shrimp boils. I was there.
Probably eating salmon.
Eating my salmon probably somewhere.
Eating fresh salmon, not this leftover salmon.
Royals Cubs. Did you enjoy any of that?
No. Yeah. No. That one kind of slipped past me.
What do you mean?
I didn't see a lot of that. It was not great.
They tried.
They did try.
They
won a game.
They won
good
one.
effort. Yeah,
they won one.
You win a game, they win a game most series.
Won.
Yeah. Once again, there's people on the team I didn't know existed.
Who?
The guy yesterday. Easton McGee.
Oh, no, there's pitchers. Good luck figuring out who's in that bullpen.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be anybody. They're shuffling those guys in left and right. I bet you they don't know who, I think Gutierrez knows who all of them are. Like, who the hell is this guy?
Give me a report on this guy. What do we got? When you go on like ESPN or whatever and you click on a guy and he doesn't have a Royals hat on his picture, you're like, wow, that's a fresh guy. Haven't got that uploaded, have they?
No.
Yesterday, 4 people pitched. One was a position player. 2 of the guys, when you click on them, they don't have Royals hats on. They don't have the pictures updated on the internet. Caglione got him a couple homers the other night.
Jack Caglione had a marvelous game. Yeah, see, those are the things that you look for.
Yeah.
You're not looking for wins and losses because that's not going to make you happy. You have to look for the development of certain players that will be instrumental, hopefully, in the Royals bouncing back next year. And one of those players is clearly Jack Caglione, and he put up a game that was incredible over the weekend. A Major League Baseball hitter had 4 or more extra base hits in one game 13 times last year. So 13 times in Major League Baseball last year, a guy had 4 or more extra base hits. This year, for some reason, it's only happened once. So it happened 13 times last year. It's only happened once this year. And that one time was Jack Caglione this weekend, having a game where he hit 2 home runs and had 2 doubles. He's the only guy that's done that this year. The only players in Royals history that have games with at least 2 home runs and 4 extra base hits in a game.
Probably George.
Do you know this?
No, so I'm guessing George.
Okay, there's 3 of them. Jake, turn away from the monitor. 3 players, and now Jack is one of them, to have a game where you had 2 home runs or more and 4 extra base hits or more.
Is George one of them?
Yes.
Okay. You know, a guy who always pops up on these lists.
What year was it?
1980.
Close.
79.
Yes.
79 was an amazing
Such
year
an
for him.
underrated
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
Go look at his numbers. Go look at his doubles, triples, and home run numbers.
20,
in
20,
1979.
20. Pretty crazy.
So stupid.
How about, here's a guy who does this thing a lot.
Okay.
John Mayberry is sneaky on
Okay.
a lot of these.
But I didn't want you to do, because Nate sometimes says, you know what? One guy, and he already knows it, and then he acts like he's coming up with his big guess.
I don't know.
So you said Mayberry?
John Mayberry's on a lot of these lists because he had a couple
Okay.
of really good years.
I'll try to give you a hint that'll lead us there.
Sooner, more recent?
This is a guy who I think when we look back and think about the Royals winning the World Championship, the most recent one, he never, ever, ever gets enough credit. in
Lorenzo
my
Cain.
opinion. No. I think Cain gets credit. This guy never gets enough credit. Very few people bring him up, and they should.
Mike Moustakas.
Mm-mm. See, this is proving my point. He was a beast.
Ben
Ben
Zobrist.
Zobrist.
No. You call that nice man a beast?
I don't know. I mean, you're
Hey,
asking me to say
don't guess anymore. I'm gonna read something to you. Don't guess anymore. I'm gonna read something to you. All right. 290, 362 on base, 45 slug, 22 home runs, 106 ribbies, 41 doubles, 2 triples in 158 games in 2015.
in 2015.
Oh, for the Royals. Drove in 106.
Gordo? No.
Had an OPS 847. See, this exactly proves my point.
It's not Alex Rios.
Jake? Kendrys Morales.
Oh,
Morales,
forget
Ken.
about Big Ken.
Right?
I forget about
Right?
Big Ken.
Is that right?
Yeah.
We don't bring him up enough.
Never bring
He
him
was a
up.
Silver Slugger that year, wasn't he?
And then the next year he hit 30 bombs.
Yeah.
But we never bring him
Never
up
bring
enough.
him up.
But listen to that,
Injuries.
you know?
Big Ken.
Right. Hell yes.
DH.
That's a good one.
Dude, it is a good one. And so he did it in 2015. He raked. And whenever we bring, and I'm guilty of it too,
Yeah.
we never bring him up
Ever.
enough for what he did.
Yeah, because he wasn't there in 14. He was just
No.
there 15, 16. Is that it? 2
It
years?
went from Billy Butler to
Yeah.
Kendrys Morales.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, that Kendrys Morales, I can't sit here and tell you for sure they win it all without him.
Yeah. Is there another name on the list, or is that it?
Jack,
Just those three.
George Brett, Kendrys Morales, and Jack Caglione.
Now, the sad part of this, we were texting about this yesterday. Was that yesterday?
I don't know what you're
I don't know.
doing.
Sal sent the text thing about the stat was that no Royals outfielder has hit 20 home runs since 2013, and that's a very sad stat that no Royals outfielder has hit 20 home runs in 13 years. It's embarrassing.
That's
That's
hard to
that
believe.
is bad. That's so bad.
And the stat was you have to play at least 50% of your games in the outfield.
Right.
So, and that 450, it had happened 450 times since then in Major League Baseball.
I mean, sure it is.
And then the Royals, it is just yesterday, got there. I mean, it's pretty pitiful, the lack of power that they have had in the outfield in that time.
And by the way, you mentioned all these no-name relievers we've seen tried out there. We have no idea who they are. That changes today.
Yeah.
Because the Royals have signed Craig Kimbrell, and he's been pitching since 2010, and he's pitched for Atlanta, San Diego, Boston, the Cubs, the White Sox, the Dodgers, Philadelphia, Baltimore, Atlanta, Houston, the Mets, and Tampa. Now add the Royals to the list. They signed him to a big league deal. Craig Kimbrell. Come at me now.
He was
American League.
Good as there was in like 20.
Royals got a stopper.
13 or something, right? I mean, the guy led the NL in saves like 4 or 5 years in a row. And he's just,
hey, buddy, if this was 2023, they'd be looking at an all-star.
and by the way, his numbers are not
Okay.
very good this year.
Well,
They're still better than all the guys the Royals have run out there.
Yes, Craig Kimbrell. Enjoy the Craig Kimbrell experience now at Kauffman Stadium. Back into this on WHB. while I eat these fries.
Fries sound good.
I know. Sweet potato fries.
Did you see the pictures of Highmark Stadium? They had
some good seats.
Some mistakes were made.
Several
good sight lines there, it looks like.
Now, that's, there's probably not that many, but if that's your seat, that's a really big deal. That's rough, man.
Yeah, those are pretty giant errors.
Yeah. You gotta,
because it looks like it's not just like one seat.
Yeah, there are plenty of people putting up pictures from around. We're like, dude,
no,
this is my seat.
They'll figure out a way to blame the NFL referees for that and get some rules changed or something.
Fire their coach. It's McDermott's fault.
Some highlights over the weekend. I don't know if highlights is the right word, but
were there a lot of highlights this weekend
for the at Chiefs camp? You mentioned a couple of scuffles. One was between Kingsley Suamataia and Felix Anudike-Uzomah, and I will have that again because I want a chip to be on the shoulder of FAU. Suamataia, he's one of the guards, and he's got a mean streak, and that's good, and I want that, and I want that to come out even more in this new look running game that the Chiefs hopefully will display.
And Kingsley's got an edge to him for sure.
And so that doesn't surprise me. But for Felix Anudike-Uzomah, this is a contract year for him. Things have not gone the way that anyone has wanted in the time with the Chiefs, but it looks like he's finally healthy, and he has a golden opportunity. He got increased reps with Ashton Gelati dealing with a hamstring injury. You have an opportunity to step in because what have we talked about? If the Chiefs are going to go out and add a veteran in free agency, the most likely positions to add would be either wide receiver or edge rusher. But if he could step up, and he's played pretty well in camp, Spags mentioned that he's played well. Andy had some good things to say about him when he was asked about him. But continue that, like this weekend, that's a big game for a guy like Felix Anudike-Uzomah.
Yeah, if you're part of the rotation.
Yeah, if he could show that he is that he could give this team something, that would be really big, really big.
Yeah.
And so I like that.
Fire, yeah.
Don't back down.
And
Show you got something.
That was Kingsley's fault. I mean, he like threw a punch.
Right.
Not supposed to do that. And that's what coach didn't talk after practice Saturday, but I'll tell you what he'll say when you ask him about these things. We like to see the fire, but we don't want to see anything that's going to get a penalty or get you kicked out of a game. And if they went back and looked, and if you hit someone after a play in the head, that can get you kicked out of the game or a big penalty. We've seen that happen.
But I want that fire lit under FAU's ass, especially.
Absolutely.
Because he can really help this football team. It would help this football team.
Yeah, to have someone who's actually on your roster,
if he's productive,
get better and play well, that would be great.
Like you mentioned, Kenneth Walker III hit Alohi Gilman with a, as Pete Sweeney described it, a post-play double-leg takedown.
Yeah, it looked like they took the play till the end. Gilman did not tackle Walker, but there was some talking, and then he kind of turned his back, and whatever the last thing he said must not have gone right with
You
Ken.
don't want to mess with this guy.
No. I like
K9.
Walker
Oh, yeah.
a lot.
Yes.
I think he is going to be a big-time Chiefs favorite with the fans this year.
Anybody worried about Andy Reid telling us that Trey Smith was getting his hip checked out by
yeah, I'm a little worried about that. We were out there Friday, and we're all, doing the little roll, ticking off the guys, get your binoculars out. You see this, and you just kind of forget. I haven't seen Trey Smith. Where's Trey Smith? And then Drew Tranquil, we also didn't see, but he came down the hill during practice, but then Trey Smith wasn't there. But then the PR staff said Andy's going to address that after practice. And he told us that he had hip specialist, and Andy reiterated at the beginning, none of these injuries we have look like serious things. It's when he was talking about he's got, Worthy's out and Christian Fulton was missing again. And L'Jarius Sneed looked like a veteran day on Friday. You know what I mean? Just kind of those things. But then Trey Smith wasn't there at all. Those other guys were down there, on the field, doing the things in the tent. Cyrus Allen started the practice on the field, but then he went to the tent as a planned thing. They were kind of working him out into getting stronger on Friday. But then just no Trey Smith, and he said he'd gone seen a specialist. If you go see a specialist, I don't ever really like that. I don't like it. But right now we'll be not worried about it because Andy said there's nothing to be concerned about. Trey Smith is as tough as nails. He wanted to, he's had back issues and he's fought through those things. He did not want to not play at the end of last year, but they, I think, smartly shut him down because the games didn't mean anything. And he is one of those guys who will fight through and play probably when it's not the brightest thing in the world to do. So they got to watch him a little bit, I think, on that front. But I hope he's got no real hip issues. Andy said there wasn't an issue, but file that one away. Watch it during camp.
Right. Also, over the weekend, Don Nelson, the second winningest coach in NBA history.
Nelly.
5-time NBA champion as a player and a member of the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame, passed away at the age of 86. Let me see. Don Nelson, what significant role does he play in my career?
In your career?
Yeah.
Something to do with Inside Edition or
no
hard copy when you're working for them?
Nope. I wasn't working for hard copy. I was featured on hard copy for a murder story that I helped break that was a mystery of 18 years, and I helped.
He's not involved in that?
No. Why would Don Nelson be involved in that?
Did he come into Gene's West one time?
No.
Is something in the last 20 years?
He was the first. Yeah, he was the first big name that I ever interviewed.
Not at hard copy?
No. Like the first yeah, he was the first.
On the night show?
No, this was when I was at UMKC as a student.
Hmm.
And they were in town.
Those preseason games?
Yeah, it was he was coaching Chris Mullen. So would it have been Golden State? Okay.
Golden State,
it was Golden State in Denver. Because Mutombo was here for the Nuggets. See if you can look that up. And I had the chance. I ended up getting to interview Don Nelson, Dikembe Mutombo, and Chris Mullen. And that's pretty awesome for a kid that was working for the college newspaper. But they let me have a credential because the Nuggets were practicing at Swinney Rec Center.
Yeah.
And so we got to go. First of all, I mean, dude, you got to think about
you're a kid.
You're at the college newspaper. And then we found, hey, you can go and watch them practice. I'm like, really? That's incredible. And so watched them practice. And then the game was at Kemper. I had a media credential there. And interviewed Mutombo, and Mutombo was awesome. Interviewed Chris Mullen, and it was so uncomfortable because he had a giant tub filled with ice that he had his legs in up to his knees, and then he had nothing else on. I mean, when I say nothing, why do you think it's fun for me?
I don't know. It seems to have stuck out to you.
Well, that's when he said well, no, it didn't stick out to me, but that was my chance to interview him.
Did anything stand out to you?
Hey, Chris, what do you think? I mean, I don't know. I can't. I bet I can find those times, cool. And they're like on micro cassette tapes.
Yeah.
And so, but then Don Nelson was there, and he was drinking a beer. And I don't know if he actually did a post game. I don't think he did a post game. It was an exhibition game or whatever. And so I just kind of walked up to him with my little micro cassette recorder, and I said,
"How about that game?
I said, could I please ask you a few questions?"
Sure.
And he's like, he goes, what are you gonna ask me about? I said, the game, the basketball, and I don't know what I said. I said, hey, Kansas City's got a great history in basketball. Thinking about coming to Kansas City and having this game, and he said some cool things or whatever. Yeah. He's drinking a beer, and so then I stopped my recorder, and then I'm just standing there, and there's this big cooler filled with beer, right? And I think he could kind of tell I don't know what to do right now. And maybe my press credential was a temporary, just said, UMKC student report. I don't know what to do. And I'm looking around, and he looks at me and goes, why don't you have a beer? And I said, can I? He goes, why not? I said, oh, okay. And I just grabbed a beer, and I stood there.
One of your first times is in the press, you were drinking a beer.
Don Nelson said, he offered me. I didn't know what I was going to do with his career. And so, I feel like when is Don Nelson ever going to offer me a beer again? That's right. Guess what? He never did again. That was the only time.
Your only cold beer with Don Nelson.
And I remember standing there thinking, I'm sitting here drinking a beer with Don Nelson, which was really,
it's wild.
And he was super cool and super tall. And I'm just standing there, I'm like, what am I doing here? This is awesome.
NBA is different. I mean, those guys, they're so freaky tall, and you go to one of those locker rooms, and we don't do a lot of that around here. And every once in a while, there's exhibition games, or my buddy and I in college, Scott Breen, he's still up in Billings. He always was working on getting his press credentials to things. So he got a credential to down in Dallas at Reunion Arena because there was someone who played for either Dallas or the Hawks or whoever who had been in the CBA in Oklahoma City. I don't know. And he wrote the letter, and we got press credentials to a game there, and we were, we didn't know what we were doing. We're walking around getting some interviews with NBA players, and it was like Moses Malone and Dominique Wilkins and these guys.
That's awesome.
And it's like, what are we even doing here? We just wanted a trip to Dallas.
Yeah,
we were honestly just doing that.
And I had no one. I did this on my own. I asked them, "Can I get a credential?" Like nobody, I just kind of finagled my way in there.
Yeah. Well, it made sense. It was in Kansas City.
Right.
It made sense. We took a 3-hour trip just to do it. Put suits on and everything.
But I had to but I wrote a story for the U News about.
You were filling content. You're a content creator.
Denver Nuggets practice on campus.
We had our
and dude Mutombo
TV stuff. I think no, we did radio interviews. For that.
So cool. Those any of those guys could have been
preseason.
Mutombo, but it's still he could have just waved me off. Mutombo was great.
You the finger.
Right? No, easy. But he talked to me for it seemed like it was probably 4 minutes, but it seemed like forever. That oh hey, this is. But for somebody that was still trying to figure out, what do I want to do now? Do I want to write? Do I want to interview people? Can I? Whatever. That was a big, in all honesty, that was a really big boost to my self-confidence. Well, maybe I can do this.
Thank you, Nelly.
I didn't, make a complete ass of myself.
And then
and I listened to dude.
And now you don't even care about Patrick Mahomes or Travis Kelce. It's just no big deal anymore.
I listened to those micro cassette tapes over and over again. And I'd play them. I go, listen to this. I remember taking it over to my grandpa's house and playing. This is me talking. I'm talking to Mutombo, and I'm like, okay, Mutombo. Like, oh, see, it was really cool, man.
Those tapes are somewhere.
Yeah, no, they're not.
No, they are. You don't throw anything away, buddy.
So rest in peace, Don Nelson. The hell of a,
where those tapes are right now?
Man,
they're in your garage somewhere.
No, those things didn't survive. Those things didn't make it out of Northeast, buddy.
You don't think?
No way.
I think I probably have a cassette somewhere of some radio things from college. Probably. I don't know, though. I remember I got to be on 810 KCMO, which was before it flipped to 810 WHB. I had been an intern there at the Conrad Dobler show. And the next fall, when I was back down at school, they had some college wrap-up show on Saturday. And the producer would have me call in after the Oklahoma game as the Oklahoma reporter and just say, be a guest for 5 minutes. And I think my parents recorded that one time or something. I did that 2 or 3 times maybe.
Brother, I think I was on every radio station that took a phone call in this town. All is a different person, different name.
Anybody.
Different background. Had a lot of calls. There's an elderly man named Cecil that loved boxing. Used to call
Raymond?
No, who did I used to call? Al Eschbeck.
Oh, yeah. He was only here for a little while.
Yeah. Let's go to Cecil on line 4.
You know what I like.
Oh, good Lord. I got a lot of work done. Or not very much work done when I was calling radio shows. It was fun back in the day.
My wife walked in on one time. I was calling. I was calling into Tony Kornheiser or something. This is while I was out. I think while I was out of the business.
What are you calling Tony Kornheiser?
To tell him something about Tony Dumas. I think Tony Dumas had gotten drafted or something, and so I called in to say, "Well, no, he's a really good player. He went to UMKC or whatever." And my wife had walked in. She said, "What do you do?" I said, I'm on the radio." She said, "What are you doing?" I said, "You're calling a sports radio show?" And then here you go. Fast forward.
I called into Rome twice in college.
Give some hot takes.
Got in. I got racked one time.
Rack him. Rack him. This is college, Jake? Oh,
yeah.
Boy.
Oh, yeah. I was sitting in the Chicago airport. I was waiting for a flight back to Kansas City, and I was sitting there for like 2.5 hours. I sat on hold for like 90 minutes. Jake and KC.
Bring it.
Jake and KC.
You know what this says, Jake?
What?
Probably should take some calls.
No way. Times are different.
What do you mean?
I sat on a big fat Nextel phone, and then the bill. My dad got the bill for that thing.
Oh, a bill for that?
By the way, who's gonna get on this Peter Woods bandwagon with me?
I'm on it.
I'll hop on it.
I'm in. I'm in on the rookie bandwagon. I like him. I like RMT.
So do I.
Now
I'm talking specifically Peter Woods.
I'm in.
Is gonna make many teams look foolish.
I'm in
for passing on him.
I'm in. These D-line's going to be greatly improved, and he's going to be a big part of it.
I'm just telling you, for the people
I like him
that have
and Chris next to each other
that saw Peter Woods and said, "Hey, wait a minute, is that the same guy that they were projecting as a top 10 pick, maybe the number 1 overall pick at the beginning of the season, based on what he did the year before?" Yes, that's that guy, and let me tell you, I mean, I don't think it's crazy to think like when they do these. After next year they redraft. Old Peter Woods ends up in the top 10 or top 5.
Yeah,
because everything I've wanted to see from him when I was up at camp, other people up at camp, everything else. Like, okay, box checked. Now I caution everyone like you do. We're not even to the preseason games yet. But all I can tell you is up until this point, I've seen everything I've wanted to see from Peter Woods for me to go way over the top and to be irrationally excited about what he could do. Like soon.
Let's go.
Spags tried to temper my enthusiasms when he talked about, he's got a long way to go and the footwork and everything else. But when he gets his footwork right, he's a good football player. But I want, be excited about that.
Here's what I'd like to see this week out of the rookies.
What?
I want to see a white jersey on Delane.
Won't happen.
Not a yellow one.
Nope.
You don't think he's going to have contact clothes on at all up at camp?
I don't.
Well, as long as he got them on when they come back.
Why do you think he is?
I got to see it at some point.
I think this is a bigger deal than they're leading on to.
Now Jake's got you worried.
Well, no, what do you like?
Just want to see.
I'll tell you what I think it is if you want to know.
I'm ready.
I think Spags mentioning the shoulder blade was a big deal.
I think it's a fractured shoulder blade.
Is that worse than anything else?
I mean, I think it'd probably be worse if it was in his joint. I think if it had an issue in his joint on his shoulder, I think that'd probably be a bigger deal.
Just let
I think but like where exactly is the fracture? Where's the placement? How bad's the fracture? But I can tell you this, Todd, I'm not wrong. Just throwing that out there.
When's he gonna be playing full strength?
I have nothing for you there.
That's all that matters.
Week 1.
But if you're asking what it is, I mean, you'd like to know, because for a while, is it a labrum tear? That'd
be worse.
And they didn't have surgery? Yes, that would be worse.
Yeah.
Is there something that they just,
bone
decided to
heal.
be conservative and then see if they could play through it and rehab it, and then, oh boy, we still need to have surgery? That would be worse. Some structural damage?
Yeah.
That would be worse. Okay? Fractures heal, and you get to the point where you've seen him in practice be able to move both of his arms, play with his arms with no contact. But then why would you be hesitant about contact? Because it's a fracture.
Yeah. You don't want to mess it up.
And Jake's right. Spags let the cat out of the bag. He said blade.
Yeah.
And so then, I do what I do, and I'm suggesting that is what I believe.
That's what I believe.
For good reason. So, put that in your pipe and smoke it. I mean, and so then, and then hopefully it's sooner than later that he gets back in action.
Well, they need him to be a player. They put a lot into him.
Right. Oh, there it is, Todd.
You trade up.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Right.
And listen, it doesn't matter how many times you practice, how many times you play. So, as long as he's playing week 1, that's fine. But I feel better.
Yeah. Get him out there. Get some of the rust
You
off.
don't like to watch people who aren't quarterbacks wearing yellow jerseys.
We'll be right back into this on WHB.
New Day with SSJ is brought to you by Walker Medical Linen Service, Kansas City's trusted locally owned medical laundry. HLAC certified for the highest standards in safety and sanitation. Walker serves hospitals, surgery centers, and clinics across the metro. Walker